Hey, what's up guys? This is Kate from Lunarlight Games and thanks for dropping in. Hello and welcome to the channel if you're new. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And also that like button as well. Help us keep growing our channel. Anyways, earlier I attempted to get that Fox rank codename or whatever. Kinda screwed that up. Didn't know that you had to minimize the amount of kills during one particular fight. So we kind of ran through it about as normally as I could, but because we didn't do that one fight earlier in the game, we screwed up the ranking and got more kills than we needed. We only have to, well, we have to keep our kill range within about 25. Kind of tricky if you don't understand what you're doing, but thankfully we were able to complete the last run with nearly everything perfectly except for that particular stat. So that's the only thing we really have to change up this run, and that's going to be rather easy since we've already identified what the problem is. So let me go ahead and get set up here and then we'll try for another 2.5 hour run. Thank goodness we don't have to worry about saves though, because if at any point we screw up or anything, we can always reload an earlier save. So let's see here. We will be using the stealth item once more to help cut down on mistakes. If you're using it correctly, you shouldn't have any more than 4 alerts, and those alerts are all mandatory anyway. They're unavoidable. Now, let me see here. Alright. Let's go ahead and run through this once more. We are playing this on the Japanese version because there is no difficulty setting. And there we go. So as for these cutscenes and codec calls, skip through all of them. And then we're just going to toss on our stealth. And let's just wait over by the elevator. You can use this video as a guide. Hopefully it'll help you guys out and not do the mistake I did. I wouldn't worry about the calls. There are only a few mandatory calls. And of those, they automatically bring you to the codec call screen anyway. Don't mind me, I'm just doing the flare here. I wouldn't bother collecting any rations here because you can only use up to 1. And I would save that for the very end. The reason why is because during the last Jeep chase scene, that one can get very tough. Because if you screw up multiple times, Liquid can definitely knock you out and ruin your run. So I would recommend saving your 1 ration use for that battle, for that final chase sequence. Come on, dude. Drop the elevator. There we go. Alright, let's jump back into the elevator. You want to avoid touching them. There we go. Alright, we got a number of other cutscenes right here to skip. Alright, so for this section we have to collect the stun grenades. Chaff grenades are not as necessary since we have the stealth item, meaning we can avoid cameras and everything automatically. I don't think gun cams affect your alert rating, but even so, avoid them because, of course, they can shoot you and they will lower your life. But make sure to have plenty on hand. You'll need them for various other battles. The stun grenades, though, they're going to come in handy soon. Take this vent over the top one. That way we can skip a master call soon. Because if you take the other route and go through the top vent, well, there's this as well. Never mind, I guess you don't get to skip it, but you don't have to sit through the cutscene of Snake climbing down the ladder. I prefer this route, but you can do either or. Because there's a set of thermal goggles that you have to pick up from the top staircase anyway. And the thermal goggles help out with, I think, like 2 battles. Otherwise you'll have to wait until way later to pick them up. So we're gonna have to go back up on top real quick. Doesn't matter, we'll just skip through this. We'll come back around after we link up with Meryl. Ah, crap, I forgot. You know what? Shoot. Hang on. I'm going to reset this and redo this because I forgot, if you don't pick up the SOCOM, it gets replaced there. Sorry, it's been a couple of years since I actually played through this and actually remembered where everything was. Alright, so mistake number 1. Thankfully, we're still early in the route, so we only lost about 8 minutes or so. But at least we get to start fresh again. Not a big deal if you mess up, though. Just reload. Make multiple saves. You have a lot of leeway with this playthrough. Make the most use of your saves, I mean. Eight minutes is not a total loss or anything like that. Just means we'll get to mess around with people. If you hit and punch people, it doesn't really count it as anything. It's not a kill. Just make sure you don't choke them. Come on, come on, come on. In the last session I tried to play through this, I made a number of mistakes. Some unwittingly, others I tried to cut down on some time and then screwed some things over. Like, for example, not getting the thermal goggles. They're not completely necessary though, but they will make the Mantis and Ninja fight much easier. Especially the Mantis fight. And we're all about cutting time here. This cutscene of Snake just stripping down his scuba gear has always been iconic to me. Come on, Campbell, we don't need to hear anything. Same thing with you, Mei Ling. So I guess that's a no. You can't skip the Miller call. But you can avoid the climb down the ladder. Alright, we're not going to bother calling Natasha or anything. Or was her name Nastasha? Either way. Chaff grenades. Stun grenades. And here we go. Make sure you pick up the SOCOM from over here, otherwise up in the tanker hangar, the tank hangar, it gets replaced with the SOCOM. Ignore any optional calls. Any mandatory ones will automatically switch over to the screen. After which point, just mash through. All you really have to do here is just hold up. Don't stop for any reason. Get out of the way, you rats. Out of the way. Alright, so once more, we gotta head upstairs, grab the thermal goggles. If you don't do it now, the door closes and you won't be able to get in until, I think, right about the time that you get the level 4 key card. So now's the best time to pick it up. Or don't. Your call. Alright, so pick that up. And then we're going to head down to the DARPA chief. Make sure it's basement level 1, not basement 2. There is a skip over here, but I don't plan on using it. It's not necessary that you do it anyway. On my last attempt, I ended up with like a 213 on the final save right before the Jeep chase. So yeah, plenty of time to make it to the end. Head all the way over here and hit the triangle button. Make sure to mash through all of this. If you guys are at all interested in the cutscenes, I think I made a separate playthrough. Come on, open the door. Okay, so for this gunfight, you only need to kill the first 3 right here. Alright, now the interesting part. How do we not kill anyone? I'm gonna make a save here just in case we screw up. Make a save right up here. Yeah, so we're supposed to run. Come on, Meryl. Just make it like a figure 8 pattern. Don't run in a straight line. And then the bombs. Alright, so figure 8 pattern. Avoid running in a straight line. And that will help you avoid getting over 25 kills. Now, depending on your life count at this point, it may or may not make the next fight kind of difficult. It shouldn't be that bad, though. Plus, there's a way to cheese the next fight anyway. Alright, let's pick up the C4. Also, one other thing. In case you're looking for more stun grenades, I highly recommend bombing out these 2 sections over here. We'll take out 1. I don't know if there are more stun grenades around here, but I'm just gonna do it anyway in case we need to come back later. We have plenty of time. There we go, stun grenades. Keep that in mind for later. Because you're gonna need them when you run up the tower. So blast these doors. Your call if you want to make a save. I think we'll be fine. We need for him to waste all his ammo. Once he's wasted all of his ammo, we're good to go. Ah, crap. Alright, so now he's on the reload. Alright, so if you're using this trick, you can chase him all over the place. And just like that, he won't get a chance to retaliate. And that's also good for us because now we can replenish our health. Come on. Let's get out of here. I'd recommend picking up the FAMAS and a few other weapons, just in case for later. Can we call Meryl from here? Frequency is this right here. Okay, so let's get this done. Mash your way through. Come on. This is like one of the longest codec calls ever. It's up there right next to the DARPA chief call. A lot of melodrama here. And they're laughing. Hey, fun, happy memories. Alright, so we need grenades. You will need them if you are to defeat a tank. The stealth camo can beat the lasers, but they can't beat out the claymores, so be mindful of that. Nothing here. I think we're done for now. Maybe this one? No. I think it's level 3. Let's get out of here. Back up to the first floor. Alright, so if you call Meryl while you're still on the second floor basement, that will help speed up the time for her to unlock the door over there. Because if you wait until you reach this room and then call her, it's going to take several minutes for her to open the door. I'm going to go ahead and grab all the goodies over here, grab the cardboard box. And I think there's a mine detector somewhere over here. If you have the thermal goggles, you don't really need the mine detector. It's useful, but not necessary. If you quickly equip the keycard and then unequip using the stealth, enemy shouldn't be able to detect you. See? This is why we picked up the thermal goggles this early. Because after you complete Ocelot's boss fight, or maybe it's even earlier than that, they close out that door, so you can't get the thermal goggles. And if that happens, you'll have to wait a long time if you want them. When really you can use the thermal goggles for the next two fights after this one. Like I said, mine detector, not necessary. I'm just going to pick up these two claymores. Skip this cutscene. Alright, to get past this fight, draw out a chaff grenade, equip your regular grenades, wait for them to pop, and then just rush forward. Now, the tank should start firing in a bit, so run to the top right. Avoid that. Now, once you're close enough, pop your grenade. It might take a couple tries. Avoid getting hit. Oops. That's weird. I didn't know that you could climb up on top of that thing. Doesn't matter because I think he's down. Okay, so quickly before the tank resets, toss a few grenades into the inside. If you do that correctly, well, we didn't do it correctly there. You could kill the gunner in one blow, but because we screwed that up. Ah, come on. I think we screwed this fight up. Yeah. Oh well. We'll just have to reload our save and retry again. Got a lot of bad RNG there. You know, sometimes it happens. Did we even make a save? Damn. Probably not. Well, back to the drawing board. Make multiple saves if you don't think you're going to be able to complete the fight. I was really hoping we were going to get those grenades in, but if you don't get the right angle, and the controls on this game are much more difficult than the original version. Just run back and forth. Oh wait, hang on. Forgot about these. First group has to be killed no matter what. Alright, now we can screw around. Come on, Meryl. Ah, crap. This is not going to leave us a lot of leeway during the Ocelot fight. I think maybe we can take one or two hits from Ocelot. Because Meryl's over here not helping us out, not being a team player. Alright, let's do this one some more. I really hate speedruns. They're fun to watch, not really fun to perform. Let's see, where's the C4? pop one over here again once more. No, wait. Forgot about the C4 in there. You need at least 3. So yeah, speedruns are partially the reason why I've never been able to get the platinum in MGS4. Completed every single other trophy besides that whole big boss emblem. I think I got as far as the 4th chapter and then somehow gave up and lost my save somehow. Alright, we'll make a quick backup save right here. So long as Ocelot doesn't hit us, we'll be fine. Wrong way. Ah, crap. Okay, now he's done. He's done for. And just like that. Gonna skip through this once again. Such a pain in the butt. Thankfully for MGS3, you can just skip everything using triangle. Alright. That boss fight is about as easy as MGS2's, or not 2, MGS Twin Snakes. The Twin Snakes version is about as difficult. But with the added benefit of being able to aim in first person. Alright, gotta call Meryl. So because you're allotted like, I think, 80 saves or something like that, you can save before every boss fight in case you somehow screw up and don't want to repeat the same fight. So long as you're taking minimal time searching around for stuff, I think you should be able to handily get like 2 hours and 15 minutes or so by the time you get to the Jeep sequence. Plus, we don't have to deal with Ocelot's torture sequence, so if you skip straight through that, there's no penalty. Oh, hang on, forgot. Stock up on as many stun grenades as you can. Normally, they don't seem very useful. But in a run like this, where you're trying to avoid killing as many enemies as possible, make sure you have a full inventory of them. They'll help you get up the tower, and they're useful in some boss fights. They can blind enemies. Like, I think for Sniper Wolf's sequence, it can help you get the first shot off. It can also help in Ocelot's fight as well. If you throw them out before you run after him, he'll be blind. Of course, if you wait until he starts reloading, then you can take him out with several well-placed shots. And as long as you know how to run after him, you'll be fine. You should only be able to get around 6 bullets off, and then you can finish him off. We don't really need the suppressor, but I'm just going to pick it up for the hell of it. Avoid that. Open up this gate, and if you want to get in faster, climb under, or not climb under, crawl under. Once more, we're going to make a save, just in case we screw up once more. And just remember, claymores are not immune. I mean, your stealth can't bypass claymores, so make sure to pick up the claymores whenever you have the chance. Draw out your chaff, and hold on to your grenades. As that goes off, run. Start a little bit to your left, and then start running to the right. Alright, so if you're lucky, you should be able to get this thing off, like so. Ah, crap. Alright, so now make sure you're aligned correctly. Start throwing a bunch of these in. Did that not work? We had one inside, but iframes kept him from dying. There we go. Skip through all of that. After every boss battle, you should have your life replenished. Throw back on the stealth. You can use weapons here, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to skip straight through. Also, the stealth item allows you to run straight through enemies. You won't be detected if you do that. We're gonna go to basement floor level 1. And we need to pick up the Nikita missiles. We'll be back here later though, so don't worry about exploring the other doors yet. If you want an easier time on the next fight, make sure you have a handful of chaff grenades. You won't need all of them, just a few. Now make sure you equip your Nikita missiles. Now, kind of be mindful on your O2 gauge. The first time I was here, I completely forgot about it and left myself hanging high and dry when it came time to initiate the fight with the ninja. Ah, come on. This segment is a little difficult sometimes. Ah, come on. Input delay. If you don't keep an eye on the missile, it can boost and get out of your... You can lose control. You can get out of hand. And let's go replenish O2. We'll worry about the doors on the second run back. Someone's having a party. Alright, just in case we screw up once more. Make a save. I would recommend right about here is fine. I wish I remembered more of my Japanese. They're chanting something in Japanese in this hallway segment, but whatever it is unintelligible to me. Alright, make sure you're unarmed here. If you have a weapon equipped, he'll start slashing you. That includes chaff grenades. Avoid his cartwheel. Give him the old 1, 2, 3. And we didn't avoid the cartwheel. When he does the drop kick, you can avoid that. Ah, come on, I didn't see that. Come on, hold still. If you're not quick enough when he does that, he'll follow up with a cartwheel kick. Alright, that one's free. If you're having trouble keeping track of them, equip the thermal goggles. And then just run around. They'll be hiding around in the corners. If you're using stereo sound, you should be able to pick up on which direction he's jumping to. Okay, now he'll avoid your attack. Or you can just run right through him. I'll do a quick teleport and then you can avoid it. Just make sure you don't run right into his punch. Alright, at this point I just equipped the... Whoops. I just equipped the SOCOM and blast him a couple times. It'll speed up the process if you shoot him. But make sure you just don't get hit when he discharges his electricity. I learned that the hard way. I got through the fight perfectly last time and got killed by the discharge. Come on. There we go. There are some more codec calls, cutscenes here that we can skip. Come on, Snake. Even though this is a PS1 game running on the PS5, the loading is about as fast as the PlayStation 1. It's slightly better, but not by much. Alright, now we have to head back, pick up the chaff grenades. I wouldn't rely so much on the chaff grenades during the gas hallway. The important bit is to avoid getting shot. Mantis's fight is not very difficult, but it can be an issue if you're running low on health. Let's see here. What's over here? The gas mask, we needed that. And let's throw out these chaff grenades. There we go. This one's open. I think we need these Nikita missiles. And the night vision goggles. I don't think the night vision goggles are all that necessary. Good to have, but not completely necessary. Stun grenades, we need those for Meryl. And that should be it. Let's head over to the first floor basement. Double tap on the elevators if you want them to speed up. So it's possible to screw up here if you're not careful. Equip the stealth, punch her once you can confirm it's her. Unequip to get her to open the door. Chase her straight into the bathroom. And head to the farmost stall. If you get seen by Meryl, it doesn't count as an alert. It will, however, if you get spotted by the other guards, so make sure to confirm first before taking off stealth.
歌が聞こえない。
私が警戒してるから、今のうちに装備を整えてね。
Alright, since there are no enemies here, we can take off the stealth and collect everything here. Stun grenades are all maxed out. That's good. FAMAS ammo. You hardly ever use the FAMAS in this game. Also, if you missed out on getting the FAMAS in the armory, this is where you can pick it up. Pick up the diazepam. You'll need it for Sniper Wolf's fight in a bit later. And also the cardboard box B. We're going to be using that. And then head over to the commander's room. Also make sure you equip the stun grenades. We'll be using that in just a brief second. Keep an eye out for a few segments where it looks like a cutscene but isn't really a cutscene. That way you don't have to be caught standing around for nothing. Just wander around for just a brief moment. There we go. Alright, we're gonna toss her on the floor first, and then we're gonna toss out the stun grenade. That helps us avoid having to hit her. And right about here is when you can switch over to controller 2. Alright, now that we're placed as controller 2, equip your thermal goggles and your SOCOM or weapon of choice, and just follow them all around. Make sure you don't run out of ammo. I can't see him. Oops. Not bad. Now about halfway to his health, he should stop doing stuff. Why aren't you shooting Snake? Okay, now he's gonna bring up Meryl. I mean, you could choke her out. Just make sure she's out of the way. Alright, Meryl's down, even though we kind of screwed up there. Same thing here. Throw her to the ground. That way you don't have to worry about spending any stun grenades. We're free to keep chasing him around and shooting him. There you go. That's the end of Mantis. I would highly recommend saving after going to the next room. That way you can cut down on any lost health. The less hits you take, the better. Also, we gotta switch back to player 1. But yeah, the less hits you take, the better, because Sniper Wolf's fight is a little tricky. And you don't really want to be caught off guard when you're fighting her.
私がポイントマンを務めるわ。スネーク、私についてきて。
So make a save here. I'm just going to overwrite everything here. See? We've only played about half an hour. Plenty of time. The way through this tunnel is always the same. Make sure you kind of hang a right over here. And then quickly go down here. Go down as far as you can. There should be a little divot right there. And before moving on to the next area, we can't skip through this cutscene. Alright, so make sure you have one of your cardboard boxes equipped. Quickly punch her and then re-equip the box. That'll be a safeguard for when we want to come back. Alright, so on this little minefield, there are going to be 2 claymores to the right. You can see them if you equip the thermal goggles. Pick up those 2 and then you'll be fine. Come on, Meryl, hurry the F up. If you make the mistake of just crawling right across the field, you'll still have to deal with the claymores later, and even worse, Sniper Wolf will be firing on you. Alright, so briefly throw on the thermal goggles. Take these 2. If you really want to be careful, take out this one as well. And then for the sniper battle, we can just hug the right. Alright, let's skip through this, and then we gotta backtrack a little bit just to get to that hangar. We gotta go back to the armory in the basement to pick up a PSG-1. It's possible to get shot there, so make sure you don't hang around too long. Alright, and because we held on to the cardboard box and allowed the wolves to mark their territory, they shouldn't attack us. So quickly make your way back over here. There's a small indentation right about there. Alright. I love Metal Gear Solid. I think it's one of the best games ever. But I can't really defend the segments where you have to backtrack. It's not like just 1 or 2 rooms. It's like 5 or 6 rooms before you can get back. Sometimes even I think it's up to like 8 or something like that. Are we supposed to believe that Meryl just was able to survive lying there? She was shot up pretty bad. Alright, a quick shortcut here if you don't want to run all the way back. Head into the truck, equip your cardboard box A. Just let Snake sit right on the edge over here, and eventually the guard will see you. This cutscene is also unskippable as well. Okay, so we're back to the heliport. I'm going to make sure we have more than enough stun grenades. Because when we get to the tower segment, I'm just going to lob these things everywhere. Then we can get back in over here. I recommend taking the truck back to the heliport and then going back up instead of the other way around. Because if you try to return to the truck on the second time around, you may or may not get lost in these vent shafts. I was having a hard time during a previous playthrough just getting back to the truck, so that kills a lot of time. I'm just going to do it perfectly the first time around here, and then take the snowfield back to the wolf tunnels. Now we should have everything over here, so there's no point in gathering anything. All we want is that PSG-1. Avoid tread there. You can touch them, but... oh, crap. Get out of the way. And let's head back. I think we're good with stun grenades for now. We're just gonna ignore who's calling. I think there are still lasers over here, but we're just gonna ignore those. Alright, as for claymores, we're gonna want a few, but we'll pick them up later. Right now we just want to pick up these two. Ah, crap. That was weird. I could have sworn I didn't go that far off, but damn it. Well, let's see. Let's draw on the south. Hug the wall to the right. And we're going to raise the door, crawl under. One Claymore Blast isn't going to do much to our health. I think we'll be fine. Now, mind you, we can use any rations until the very end. So play cautiously, play mindfully. And if a wind passes by your shoulder, it's just the wind. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up more diazepam. Last time we had 3 and it was just not enough. Diazepam is gonna be found in this far room in the back left corner. That'll take a couple seconds, but it's worth it, trust me. Only the first fight with Sniper Wolf is difficult. The second one around, you can cheese that. Which we will be doing. Alright, so go over here. Back into the wolves' lair. And just so we don't get bit, let's re-equip our box. Now, unless you feel like redoing the previous run all over again, make sure once you're inside, make a save. Or hell, you can make a save here too. I'm just gonna wait until we get inside and then... Alright, I'll make a save here. 48 minutes. Okay, so, crap, hang on. Here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna pop the diazepam here. Where is it? Pop the diazepam here. Throw out 1 stun grenade. Equip the PSG-1. Wait until it explodes. Crap. Crap. Okay, so, see what I mean? This fight can be hit or miss. If that doesn't work, second strat is to wait until she changes positions. Even though that could be God knows how long. So in that case, throw out another one of these. Or run across, let her miss. Pop your diazepam. Where is she? Right there. Make sure to track her, otherwise it's going to be a pain once she gets a shot off. Come on, come on. Gotta keep the trembling to a minimum. Damn it. That fight is tricky no matter how you slice it. Let's see, 48. Here we go. If you screw up, make sure you exit out to the very beginning before going back. Alright, diazepam out, PSG-1 on. We're gonna run around, let her miss. Damn it. The controls are very sensitive. Oh, what the hell? Damn. You have a limited amount of shots to get off before she can retaliate. It also doesn't help that the controls on this version of the game, not so great. There's a lot of input delay. Where are you? Damn it. There's one. Move, please. Oh, what the hell? I can't believe we missed. Oh man, that is so dumb. At this point, it's just trial and error. I wouldn't worry about that time. Just make sure you can complete this fight. Okay, so she shot one bullet. Crap, maybe not. This fight isn't really that hard, it's just the RNG and the controls. They're really what screw things over. If you're not careful at tracking her, she will get the first shot off. Like that. It doesn't help that the trembling really screws you over. Even though I popped like 3 or 4 diazepam. For me, this is by far the hardest fight in the game. And also, maybe Liquid's fist fight as well. Those two can really put a number. Come on. She has to reload sometime, right? No, I guess not. I would recommend taking 1 diazepam for every time she moves around. Damn it. You can be off by just a hair and still not be able to make it. And as far as I know, there's no way to cheese this fight. Now, that is quite unlike, say, the later fight. Let's see if I can throw this out. It would be a different story if we could use the Nikita missiles. Where is she? Oh, come on, really? How do you get 2 shots off in a row? And she doesn't reload. There we go. I think we can survive just maybe one more shot. Oh, what the hell? That is dumb. Oh man. That's a head scratcher moment. See, this is why you want to avoid taking any damage on the run back. Because it makes a huge difference, because you can take only so many hits before you die in this fight. Come on. Switch positions, please. Where is she? Right there. There we go. Oh, what the hell? I got a shot off and it didn't work. Come on. Whoops. Come on. Come on. Playing chicken here. This is gonna hurt. Oh, come on. Really? I just need one shot. Ah, oh, man, that's so dumb. I just needed the one shot, and the game wouldn't give it to me. Now compare that with any other fight. You're really fighting the controls rather than actually fighting the boss. Which is a real shame, because this is arguably one of the cooler fights, but it's kind of marred by the terrible controls. See, like that. Oh, come on. You shouldn't be able to get more than 2 shots off in a row like that. And of course, this fight is really going to test my patience. Either that or we have to redo the jog back, because we don't have enough health. I would highly recommend not using the ration here. No matter how difficult it might seem, or how tempting it is, you're better off saving it for later. Oh, come on. Seriously? That was like 3 shots. Oh, come on, really? Oh, that's dumb. Yeah, this is the Japanese version. Come on, I just need you to stop shooting for just a brief moment. We were off by like just a hair and... Come on, like 2 more shots. Oh, just the 1. Alright, after that annoying part is over, let's head to the doorway. God, this fight is so annoying. Well, at least we don't have to deal with this fight the second time around. Come on. Just gotta skip through this. In case you're not aware, the Japanese version is far easier, even though it doesn't seem like it. Plus, since we're going for that codename rank, this is the only version that allows us some leeway. Just submit this part. We'll get the bad ending, but we'll still get the codename. Alright, so with that headache over... No, actually, they didn't make the Japanese version easier. This was just a version that came out. They only decided to add harder difficulties on the American, English, US, North American version. Alright, let's call for help. Otacon is on 141.12. Oh. Also, we have to mash our way through this conversation as well. Don't worry about what they're saying. We just got to get through this. There's a lot of melodrama here. Some conversation about who Snake's father is. Naomi's brother, her history. Well, if you're interested, I already did a playthrough of this game the first time around in English. I know this game almost like the back of my hand. But if we want to get the platinum, we have to get that codename ranking and then do a bunch of trial missions, and then we'll have our platinum. This is probably the easiest game to platinum by far in the collection. MGS3 is way tougher, and MGS2 is even tougher. I don't know about the other games though. I'm not familiar with Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2. But while we're waiting, let's do some squats. Or we can practice our 1, 2, 3. Or we can hide under the bed. Or we can hang out with the dead guy here. Got maggots crawling all over the place. So let's screw around here. Yeah, stealth action games aren't for everyone. I never really liked the series either when I was younger as a kid, but I got way more into it after high school. Where are you, Otacon? There he is. Finally. Alright, so to get out of here, just in case we screw up, I'm gonna pop the ketchup over here. Now, guess what will happen when the guard sees this? Let him get closer. There we go. Throw him. He'll come back around. Throw him again. He'll be knocked out. If you do it too early, he'll just run back out and close the door on you. AC, do you mean Armored Core or Assassin's Creed? Alright, so from here I'm going to make a save. We're about halfway through the game. Assassin's Creed? Oh, you're talking about Assassin's Creed Mirage? Gotta get out of here. Oh, hang on. Do I need any more ammo? Let me check. No, we got plenty of stun grenades, so let's just move on. I've seen some snippets of it. I haven't really got a chance to try it out. Maybe in the future. Alright. These claymores are back. Alright, so let's see, how many claymores? We still have a while to go before we need claymores, so I'm just gonna run through the field over here, hug the wall to the right. then we'll get right about here. Try not to get shot. And crawl under the doorway. I was trying to do a playthrough of this earlier, but because we killed too many enemies, we didn't get the ranking that we needed for the trophy. So, this is why we're playing through this once more today. With any luck, we'll complete it. Hopefully, anyway. Seriously, I hate speedruns. Alright, so we're gonna head into the basement, second floor. There are a bunch of items we need to pick up. Taking care not to get shot. I swear, if we get shot again, it's just gonna make the next segment more difficult. No problem. I couldn't provide any commentary during that stream anyway, so no worries. During early mornings, I tend not to do any commentary on streams, especially if I'm the first one awake. Alright, let's head down the other hallway. We got a couple of chaff grenades to waste, so let's throw these out. What we really need is the body armor. That's gonna save us during a couple of the next upcoming boss fights. I don't know if there are any more treasures. Yeah. I mean, the walls in my house are kind of paper thin. So that's one reason. Also, sometimes I don't wear the mic anyway, the headset, because my neck just hurts. Alright, so we got everything here. I have a pretty sensitive neck, so if I got any weight on my neck for a long period of time, it causes me issues. Like, I'll get stiff neck and then later on migraines as well. Like, pretty much the last 2 mornings I've woken up with migraines. Really, what kind of headphones do you got? I'm currently running Astro A40s. I bought these headphones like way back in 2013 or so. They've lasted me a long, long time. Nearly 10 years. Alright, we got everything that we need. Turtle Beaches. Yeah, those can be kind of heavy. I wish I had the setup for a standalone mic, but that doesn't solve my problem of having headphones on. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, headphones nowadays are pricey as ever. Let's get through this cutscene and more melodrama. This game is almost like a Japanese drama. Still though, considering it was from 1998, it still holds up fairly well. In terms of the voice acting anyway. Alright, so let's make it through here. Alright, I'm gonna make a save here just in case we screw up. That way we don't have to come back down here. About an hour. We need to be under 3 hours, so we're making good time. So equip the stun grenades here. Open up the door. Pop one off. Then equip the body armor. And we're gonna run. Ah, crap. Oh, we kind of screwed up there, but that's fine. Now we gotta run up these stairs. And every second or third floor or so, we're gonna throw out a stun grenade. Let's toss them off. You also have to be careful because if you toss them off the stairway, that can result in a kill. Ow. Didn't see that. Run away. There we go. Ah, crap. Screw that up. Never mind the deafening noise and the flashing lights. I hope no one out there has problems with epilepsy. We are almost out of stun grenades. Alright, that should be it. Just in case though. Now, come on. Move, snake, move. Perfect. Not too shabby. This is also a good place to make a save because you really need to focus on getting down without wasting too much health. About an hour in, that's fine. Oh no, there goes the tower. Alright, after that, equip the robe. In my opinion, the Japanese voice acting is way goofier than the English version. One of the few times where I actually enjoy the dub over the subs. Okay, So the maniac over there is going to throw out... Ah, come on, we don't need this. The maniac's going to be shooting at us while we... Oh crap. Oh crap. This is terrible. So we gotta rappel down. You know what, just screw it. We're just gonna jump. You're really supposed to hold on to circle and make your way down, but I'm just gonna jump for it. Actually, we're not doing so bad. Alright, so for this fight, we're going to hang back to the far left area here, equip our Nikita missiles, we should have plenty, and we'll just send this down to them. Stealth does not work against these enemies. And I wouldn't recommend using the PSG-1 because they can shoot back. Last thing we need is to lose health. Try to conserve your Nikita missiles because we will need them in the next boss fight. That should be it. Also equip your body armor in case. Keep running. Don't stop. Pick up the Stinger launcher. If you're an idiot like me and you just stop because you saw what was a cutscene, you will get shot. Don't do that. I'm gonna equip the stealth. Alright, so the way forward is currently blocked. You gotta head downstairs first. So many goddamn stairs. And now we gotta head all the way back up. Cardio and leg day. For days. Alright, so here we go. You know, if Snake is wearing stealth and Otacon is wearing stealth, who would be able to tell who's there? Before you head upstairs, make sure stealth is on. That way we can avoid these gun cams. Otherwise, you're gonna need a hell of a lot of chaff grenades to make it through. These are a pain in the butt. It's about as bad as the stair run in Final Fantasy VII. But once you hit the group of 4 gun cams, you'll know you're at the end. Make sure to pick up as much ammo as possible. You'll need it. Okay, so we got a full loadout. Full loadout. Make a spare save here, just in case you screw up or die during this fight. Remember, you gotta make it through the entire game without dying once or using... Well, not dying once, but not using a continue. Save up here. 112, we're making good time. And now time to get ready for this annoying fight. This fight isn't bad. Just make sure you have the body armor equipped and have your stinger missiles on quick select. Now you just gotta wait for this guy to stop shooting and then we'll pop one off. Be careful not to shoot yourself too, because ah, crap, come on. Sometimes the tracking on the stinger missiles will kind of veer off to the left or right, and they'll hit the barrier. Oh crap. We're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Seriously, this fight is so goofy with this voice acting. Ah, come on. Alright, so he kind of changes up his tactics once he's about at half health. Come on. Get it together. Oh, never mind. He fires off a rocket at about half health. Make sure you stay to the far right here, or far left. Ah, come on. This is a battle of attrition. We just have to keep trading rockets, missiles. And just try not to get shot. So now he's going to go into this phase where he'll duck under the building, briefly climb up. Oh crap. There we go. And I felt the impact on that one. Is he gonna shoot us? No, he went underneath. Now we are on a tower, so that kind of explains why. Ah, crap. I'm surprised he didn't hit us. He's got such terrible aim. I love it when it goes kind of calm. And then the action starts back up once he's back above the battlefield. There you go. Shove a rocket right up his cockpit. Just taking care not to get hit. And make sure you don't run out of ammo, too. now he's getting frustrated and desperate. I think we only have maybe 1 or 2 rockets left. 1 or 2 missiles. Where'd he go? Now, normally on normal difficulty on the North American version, you do not have the help of the radar. Alright, we can finish this battle. So yeah, just having the radar makes everything way easier. We don't have to predict where he's gonna fire from. Alright, so unless you have a death wish, make sure you're hiding next to this barrier. That's gonna take care of him. And now Otacon will call you and tell you that the elevator is fixed, so we can head back down. I don't think there's any ammo for us up there, so don't worry about it. Once more, I recommend making a save here. Why? Because the elevator fight can also be kind of tricky as well. Nearly every fight in this game can be either incredibly easy or balls to the wall difficult. There's no in between. So, this is one of our toughest fights, climbing down the stairs. It's way easier than climbing though, because if we just hold down, Snake will automatically turn towards the camera. That's not the case when you're climbing up the stairs. You have to go up and to the left. Also another thing, if you screw up this elevator fight, you have to repeat the stair climb. So, make it easy on yourself, make a save. Now, do we have some extra ammo? I think. If you use the Nikita missiles during this fight, it can make the fight a lot simpler. The drawback is you won't be able to use any missiles for your fight against Sniper Wolf, so keep that in mind. Okay, I'm just going to use the body armor. 9 floors. 9 floors is a heck of a way to go down. Now you don't need the thermal goggles during this fight because you can see the outline of all the enemies. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Just gotta be careful about the explosives. Ah, crap. Oh well. I was hoping it wouldn't kill us, but never mind. So what does this mean? We have to climb down the stairs once more. If you do not feel like using the Nikita missiles, just use Just use the FAMAS. Make it easy on yourself. I prefer using the Nikita missiles on that fight because you can kill like 3 or 4 enemies all at once. But it also depends on their placement, because if they run towards you while you have the missile right on them, they can trigger the explosion prematurely and take you out with them. Maybe I should throw out the stun grenades first and then group them all together. Nothing like a 1-minute wait before we can get started. On a speed run, this would be death. Alright, so we'll play this safe this time. Throw on the FAMAS. Yeah, we know, Otacon. He's calling you to warn you about the weight limit. So, second method, that's how you get out. Just run around, shoot randomly. I don't know why they thought they were going to be successful. After all, you're dealing with Snake, a guy who hides in a cardboard box for a living. Ah, crap. Lost a little bit of health there. That's alright though. Also, reminder, gun cams are incapable of triggering alerts, so you can run around them, get seen all day, but they will take down your health if you're not careful. Alright, round 2. Round 2 against a sniper. Come on. Let's go. Alright, round 2 can be cheesed out if you hide over in this little corner. Fire these Nikita missiles because we were unable to use them the first fight. And we're just going to track her and shove these rockets up her bum. Oh, maybe not. Sometimes the hitboxes on these things can be hit or miss. Be aware that these missiles do have a limited fuel supply. This is why Snake is the master of the battlefield. Bringing rockets to a sniper fight. Can't do that in any other Metal Gear Solid game. Be careful not to trigger the explosion on these hills. Sometimes instead of going up the hill, they can collide. Come on. Well, in other news, I'm almost about halfway done farming out the required chaos frame for both factions, for both the Bakram and the Galgastan. I'm sitting around like 60 or 70 or so. Shouldn't take that much longer. I just haven't had the time to just sit down and let it run continuously. Good job, Snake. You blew our legs off. Alright, we're not gonna mess around. Let's just get out of here. Okay, so normally this is where you would put this 2. Alright, just gonna make a quick save here. It's possible to screw up this section very badly. And then you'd have to repeat the fight all over again. Now there is an elevator, but I don't think it works here. You have to activate it from the 2nd floor. So instead we're going to move along this little ledge here. Be careful not to hit your head. If you bonk your head, you will fall into the vat of molten metal down below. Oh, thank goodness. For a second there, I thought I was going to bonk my head. Make sure you have enough ammo because there is an upcoming fight. It looks like it's enough. I think there's some more ammo over here if you're still in need of any. Where's all the FAMAS ammo? There we go. So throw on your best body armor and use whatever weapon you need. I recommend just using the FAMAS. Try to avoid losing any health here because it's going to make the next boss fight a little harder. Come on. The game unequipped my gun. Come on, buddy. I think that should be it. Maybe not. Well, it's all over. Oh crap. Please don't get hit, Snake. There we go. Alright, so once you're past that, make sure you have a full kit of claymores. We don't have enough, so I'm gonna quickly throw on the thermal goggles because the radar is jammed, and there's gonna be a couple claymores over here. Make sure to crawl over them. Don't just run over to them because you will trip them off and kill yourself. Why claymores? Because they are more helpful during the next fight. Alright, we cleared the ground. We got some free time, so spin around like an idiot. Or we can make Snake do some squats. Or if you're really pissed off at the birds, we don't really need the SOCOM anymore. Also, if you've never held one of these pistols in real life, they're absolutely humongous. I've had the chance to hold one, not fire one yet, but it's huge. It's like a big old metal block in your hands. It's even slightly bigger than a USP-45. Even though they're in the same family, and it's the same pistol that they modeled the USP-45 off of. Alright, next fight we need claymores. For this fight, throw on the mine detector if you're using mines. Try not to get hit. Lay down your traps. Are you gonna come this way? Try not to lay down so many that you're gonna confuse yourself. Plus you also want a way to get out as well. Avoid the yellow cones if you're trying to move. Also, if you crawl, you can avoid getting hit by the claymores as well. Come on, this fight is going kind of slow. Let's speed him up. Dang. Thanks to some wonky iframes, we didn't get that off. Doesn't matter. Let's lay this down here. Fall this way. Ah, come on. That's why you gotta be careful. You can set off your own claymores. Friendly fire is a thing. But if he gets desperate enough, he'll start running. This fight is really dependent on having as many claymores as possible. Barring that, you can also use the Nikita missiles as well. They're not as effective, but they are there if you need them. Otherwise, just throw down C4 and pray that you remember where you stick them. try to crawl down here, we will explode it. Come on, buddy. Come on, just run down. Big boy's getting tired. Let's send him a friendly Nikita missile. Never mind. He took the bait. Let's get through this and get to the end. Bit of a bummer though, we're going to lose all of those claymores. But it's not like you need them. This is a long conversation. They're talking about Naomi. Alright, so all of our mines are used up. They don't return after the fight. Pick up the chaff grenades and equip your stealth if you have it. There are a ton of gun cams here. Over here you can pick up more Stinger missile ammo. Definitely grab them while you can because you're going to need them. And then this segment's going to be a lot of backtracking. It is neither interesting nor cool. Although there is Metal Gear right up there. Oddcon's going to call in about the whole situation with the walking battle tank. Meanwhile, we have to climb upstairs. No, wait. More chaff grenades. Pick those up. During the fight against Metal Gear, we need them. And then I would kind of recommend equipping a stun grenade. You don't have to. It's just that with this little segment here, we're going to trigger an alert that's required. Come on, Colonel. We know you're disappointed. Ignore that guy and head up the stairs. Then we gotta master this cutscene. And another codec call. After this, they'll explain how to disable Metal Gear. Whoops. Hang on. Alright, with that, let's throw on stealth. And hopefully no one will detect us. Okay, normally there would be other enemies running from the other direction. Run away, snake. Alright, we gotta head downstairs and get the key card because we skipped over the cutscene, and what happened in the interval was that they shot it out of Snake's hand. Which makes you kind of question the writing because they need that key. Because there are some spoilers I don't want to quite mention in case you've never experienced this game before. But that keycard is necessary for us to be able to activate a certain thing or deactivate a certain thing. Can we please pick it up, or will the rat take it? Sometimes if you're unlucky, a rat will take this key card. And what that means is we have to go find some rats to kill. Throw away the bomb. Whoops. Don't want to. I'll avoid the call. There's a rat that picked up the card key. I don't know where it went though. We're gonna have to reset the room. This sucks. I was hoping to avoid this thing, but we got no way around it. Okay, because the rat took the key, we have to kill it. I only know of 2 places it can spawn at. There could be a third. Okay, spawn number 1. It can potentially be down over there next to the duct right here. I don't see anything though. Spawn number 2, it's right over there. So, kind of position yourself right on the stairway here. Aim down. Where the hell is it? Ah, man, don't tell me I ran away. Damn it. I'm gonna redo it. This part is so annoying. Normally you're able to pick up the key from the little sewer area down there, but because of some weird wonkiness with this game, a lot of things can happen. The rat can either take the key, or you can pick up the key yourself. It just so happens that we stumbled on the worst possible roll. I don't see any rat there. I wonder, can we... Because I saw a rat moving down over here. Wow. Okay, that's not cool. I don't know where the rat is. Oh, there it is. Take some diazepam. Please stop moving. Oh, come on, really? That is dumb. Crosshairs were right on him, and we shot the ground. I honestly don't know why this segment is in the game. All it does is serve to frustrate and annoy players. Yeah, just like that. I swear. We were aiming like right directly on top of them and somehow still managing to miss. Good luck if you're trying to do a speed run here. It's like the difference between getting world record and getting PB. Or even worse, getting nothing at all. Don't see anything over there. I guess we have to spawn it again. We should have plenty of time here though, so I guess we can afford to waste some. Not a big fan of RNG elements like this in a speedrun. Alright, so let's pop one more pill. There we go. There is a camera over there. And that's how you get your PAL key back. Now we have to do this 3 times. This section of the game serves nothing but just to slow you down. Because if all you needed to do was just insert the card key once, we'd be done already. Instead, now we get to pad out the game's length by bringing the card key back and forth, back and forth. First time around, we just need the card key as is. Make sure you have your stealth equipped here, because I'm sure if you get detected by those cameras, it will give you a lockdown and I think almost a death. Now we gotta freeze the key. On the PS1 version, this place was always a prime area for the game to fail on you. If you had a scratched up disc, the game would fail to load and you would be out of a game. Doesn't matter if the first disc was in pristine condition. If the second disc is scratched up and it fails at that point, well, you're going to need a new disc or new game. Which leaves me a little worried about the physical edition of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I know Blu-ray discs are much more durable, but that doesn't mean discs can't fail. And that's one of the primary reasons why I stopped buying disc-based games. I don't enjoy having a disc fail on me. Cartridges are a different story though. You really have to break a cartridge in order for it to not work on you. Okay, so we just gotta hang out in this fridge for a little bit, a few seconds, while we wait for this thing to freeze up. Yeah, that's pretty terrible. I heard about what Sony did with removing your shows and other TV media from your account. Normally what would happen there is they would just stop distribution and they would just leave the content on your account alone as is. But maybe it has something to do with Discovery or something. Seeing as how Sony doesn't actually own the content. But at the same time, it sucks that you can't access it anymore. Oh, for sure, eventually, we're talking about maybe 20, 25 years down the line, they'll probably end up taking away your digital games as well. Because all that would really need to happen there is they just turn off the servers, and you couldn't download them any longer. But that's the issue with having game systems last as long as they do. Thankfully for other systems like the 3DS, you can still download stuff if you're buying digital games or did buy digital games. Like the store is already offline, but the content is still there. But at that point, like they'll just probably keep it up until there are effectively no more systems available to use, and then by that point they'll probably take down the entire store. So it could be anywhere from like 20 to 30 more years and it'll be gone eventually. After which point most people have most likely have already moved on because there are no replaceable systems. It's a pretty bleak future though. Well, by that time, most people will have already banked on you moving on to the next system. And whatever company in the future will end up just reselling you the old games anyway. Alright, so let's throw in the second card key. As you can tell, it has turned blue. Originally it was yellow. Let's skip over that. Where's the stealth? Alright, last step. We need to head all the way back down and heat up the key. Excuse me, not back down, but head back up. We need to leave Metal Gear down here, and then head up the elevator back to the boiler room.
Okay.
I'm still kind of sad about my PS3 as well because I have a ton of digital games on that system and I just can't access that anymore. That, and I'm kind of unwilling to buy another system at this point that may or may not fail in the future. Not to mention all the games I have on PS4 anyway, so even if I did get a PS3, I probably wouldn't have time enough to get to it and play. So I'm really crossing my fingers in the future more and more systems will be backwards compatible. I know that's kind of unrealistic. But I think you should be good for the next 10 to 15 years or so with the PS5. Given that the PS5 can still run PS4 games. Beyond that, though, it's anyone's guess. I mean, I was running my PS3 all the way up until 2017. A full 10 years after I bought it. And were it not for the system failing, I probably would still be playing PS3 games over PS4 games. Alright, time to work on our squats. There are all these crows flying around, but we don't have to do anything with them. Alright, another call from Master Miller. Let's skip through this. This is taking forever. There we go. Mind your step when leaving the elevator. There are a number of claymores that have since respawned. Thankfully, this half doesn't take nearly as long. We'll just spin around. Snake in this version of the game cannot throw up, but I think he can in MGS3 if you spin him around. I don't know about MGS2. Probably not. No, we don't even have to unequip. Alright, so the boiler room. Just head in here and wait. We need this thing to turn from yellow to red. I'm just gonna throw on the stealth, just in case. Come on. Do. So about that trailer from Rockstar and GTA 6 being out in 2025. That's gonna be one hell of a year-long wait. Still not done yet. Makes me think I should do one more playthrough of GTA 5. Or maybe even a playthrough of the other GTA games as well. With or without cheats, I don't know. GTA 3 and Vice City are kind of tough to play without cheats on. There we go. Alright, so this thing is heated up. Let's leave. Vice City, though, is... that brings up memories for me. Well, who knows? They already threw up the cover. It has both a guy and girl, so I'd be interested to see what happens with that. Would Rockstar throw up a transgender character? Would they be brave enough to do that? I don't think so. It'll most likely be both a man and a woman. Considering there have been repeated requests in the past to have a female character, a female main character, I mean. I don't think they're going to throw up a transgender character, though, simply because they want to keep their writing as open as possible. Because there are certain jokes that are tailored towards certain characters that they want to make fun of. Or, you know, current trends, political trends, that sort of thing. It would be really nice if they threw in a transgender character, though. I wouldn't mind seeing how creative they can get with the writing there. I'm always a fan of wacky and crazy writing, so the weirder, the better. Would they do it? I kind of doubt it. I wouldn't be mad, though. I'd be kind of intrigued. What can they do with that kind of character? Well, you know, it might be the typical straight white guy, or I think the main character is possibly Hispanic. Both of them. Anyways. It might be about the same as they have been doing currently. Probably not a cash shop, but there will be microtransactions. I mean, if it ain't broke, might as well not change it. And they made tons and tons of money from GTA Online. Let's see, do we need... No, we don't need more ammo. I've never really been a big fan of the online portion of GTA games. I tried like the online portion of GTA 4 and 5 for like a good solid session and then put it away. And then just stuck to the single player. But if that's what people like, go nuts. Alright, so we just want to take the heated up keycard all the way back here. You really want to head back quickly because if you take the time to go sightseeing, your key will eventually freeze up or even worse, go back to the normal state, the room temperature state, I mean. Now, where is the key card? There we go. And here's the big reveal. Oh no, it's liquid. How did we not know? Alright, so we want to call Otacon. He'll release the door lock. Now, if you didn't get the gas mask, it's not really required. As long as you call him early, he'll release the door lock in time for you to get out without dying. There we go. It's always kind of confused me why they had a line about the sunglasses, considering that you can't see anything when you're using the codec. Let's make a save here. Yeah, I'm going to overwrite this one. Oh, what do you know? We're just under an hour. So in order to finish off this fight, throw out a chaff grenade, and then equip your stinger. Shoot that off, throw another chaff grenade out, and then re-equip your stinger. That will take care of the radome. The chaff grenade interferes with the locking mechanism of this radome. So we need just one more. And there we go, there's that fight. Alright, while Gray Fox gives his huge speech, we're supposed to wait right about here. Gray Fox has some awesome lines here, but we can't listen to them. So grab. Alright, to get past this fight, equip the body armor. Run between the legs, he won't be able to see. And just stay in between the legs. Eventually he'll stop moving. And then send a Stinger missile right up there. Just stay in between the legs. There's no need to run around. As long as you stay out of his sight line, he won't see. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Please don't step on any more gas canisters. There we go. Please stop. There's our chance. Come on, Liquid. Stop moving. I think I need just one more shot. Damn it. There we go. There goes Rex. And we're almost done. I just need to skip through these next cutscenes. This one's unskippable. So let's go check out what's going on Twitter.
メタルギアを失った程度で俺は戦いを終わらせる気はない。戦い？貴様の本当の狙いは何だ？
Oh, so if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can get access to some free avatars through the season of play with PlayStation Plus.
冷戦の時混沌の時世の中が俺たちを欲した俺たちを
If
評価
that's
した
your sort of
俺
thing,
たちは必要とされた
feel free to check that
だ
out.
が今は違う偽善と欺瞞が横行し争いがこの世から消えてゆく自分を生かす場が失われる虚しさ時代から必要とされなくなる恐怖お前にはよくわかるだろう俺は新型核を利用して当面の運動資金を得るそして世界的なテロを行いこのふやけた世の中を再び
Let's
混沌
see,
の世界へと
sales and
誘う
deals on Twitter. Let's see.
紛争が紛争を呼び新たな憎しみを生むそして俺たちの生態圏は拡大していく
人の支配が続く限り世界中のどこかで紛争は起こっている
Can't wait until the Game Awards this Thursday, I
それ
think.
だけの理由で
十分な理由だろう
It's going to be fun seeing what new games are going to be released for this upcoming spring.
ではなぜ貴様はここにいる仲間に裏切られなが
Or
ら
even later this year as well.
なぜここまで来
Later
た
next year.
俺が代わりに言ってやろう殺戮を楽しんでいるんだよ貴様は何を違うとでも言うのか貴様は俺の仲間を
Also, new PlayStation Plus games are up and available. Power Wash Simulator is currently available if you have PlayStation Plus. I'm gonna give that one a shot. Seems kind of goofy, but we'll play it.
俺たちはそのように作られたんだからな
Oh, and hey, codes for the avatars. Let me go ahead and share these out. Finally. I think he's done talking. Gotta skip through this. Come on. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, come on. We already know Campbell. See you later. Random stranger at the last minute. And then I think that's it. I just need to make a quick save here before moving on. This fight is so annoying. It's about as annoying as the Sniper Wolf fight. At least with Sniper Wolf you can use rations if you have them available. This one you're just meant to fight the game's AI without any aids. Make a save here if you don't want to fight Rex all over again. What does that leave us with? 213. Okay, so we're about on par with our previous save. We're a little slower, but doesn't matter. Save the kick there. You can actually miss. So with the way that the game controls, it's hard to aim accurately. That's why it's slightly more difficult than if you were to play the PS1 version. Come on, are you gonna go for a tackle? Guess not. This fight is normally not that easy. Kinda like that. I just need to land maybe 2 more combos and then 1 more. There we go. Perfect. That was a solid fight. Okay, which leads us to the final sequence. Don't want to repeat that fight again, so we're going to make another save. $2:15. We are well under time. We're going to pick up the ration. We're not supposed to use more than one. Just hide on over here. If the enemies come closer, throw them down. Alright, so just aim at these things. Oh, come on. That way we can kill the minimum amount of soldiers. You have to destroy both barrels in order to get past. It does mean that we have to kill both of those soldiers as well. And then there are going to be 3 more guards that we have to take care of. Can we go? No. Alright, now as long as we don't screw up this last portion, we are home free. Just make a sweep. It's really hard to aim here too. So focus on sweeping. Alright, so this one you can definitely aim at his head. Just make sure the line of fire is like right above his head. So yeah, just make a sweeping line right above Liquid's head and he shouldn't be able to fire back. This part is a little tricky. Same thing for this part. It's kind of hard to aim. Whoops. Oh, never mind. We got through this section without using a ration. Cool. That is the end of the game. I just got to skip through all this, make it all the way to the results screen and see if we got our trophy. Such a pain in the butt. Especially if you made it all the way to the end and find out that you failed. That is 2.5 hours down the drain that I can't get back. Seriously, I applaud most speedrunners, but doing it myself, I hate doing it. And this section is unskippable. I don't know what we're going to get until we hit the end screen. Could be another minute or two before we get there. Alrighty. As long as we get the trophy here, that should wrap up the hardest part of the game. Because the VR missions, they're going to be easy peasy. We only had to do about 300 of them. But they're not bad. You can find guides for how to do them. It's only tough if we have to do all of the time trial ones correctly. Like I said, I've never been a big fan of time trials, speed runs, that sort of thing. I definitely do not like being rushed. And it makes things even worse when you have to do them for certain trophies as well. Kind of the reason why I never completed Metal Gear Solid 4's Platinum. Got everything else though, so I guess there's that. But never got the Big Boss Platinum, or not the Platinum, the Emblem. So I never got the Platinum. Not to mention trials, like certain trials, like some games put in, they're so difficult that only a handful of players can actually complete them. It makes me feel that they weren't really properly play tested. I think some people enjoy being able to complete a game quickly. It's kind of like, you know, arcade high scores. Getting the highest score, getting the fastest speed, completing a game. That's what excites certain players. I get the appeal of, you know, high scores too. But speedruns, I don't enjoy spending multiple hours only to make one or two mistakes and then screw up the entire run. At least with the high score, you can somewhat salvage it if you miss one or two points here and there. But speedruns, if you're 2 hours in and it takes you 3 hours to complete, and you make a major mistake, well, that's 2 hours down the drain. Not my sort of thing. But if it is yours, I don't begrudge it. Oh man. So that's probably gonna make Metal Gear Solid 3 unachievable for me. Because you pretty much have to do another speedrun on that game, but even worse. You have to get the highest ranking. You cannot get discovered. You cannot use any healing items, I think. And you can only save like 1 or 2, 3 times. And you gotta do it under a certain time limit. It's really tough stuff. But if you're hardcore enough to do that, well, I applaud you. You got more balls than I ever could. So in this entire collection, there's like 4 platinums, I think. I'll probably only be doing 1. I'll give MGS3 another playthrough though. I still love that game. MGS2, I'll probably do a more limited playthrough of that game. And then MG1 and 2, I have no idea where to start with that game. I tried starting Metal Gear 2, but could not get past like more than 15 minutes because I did not know what to do. And using a guide would have meant really delving deep into the systems. Something I wasn't quite prepared for. Not yet, anyway. But if it's not too much of a difficult run, we'll do that one as well. Reminds me, I never did get to play much of Resident Evil 2 because of the whole platinum situation with that game. I can do a limited run of that game as well, but forget about earning the higher end trophies. Alright, let's skip through this last cutscene, and I think there's a bit of dialogue with Ocelot and the President, aka Solidus.
はい、全員死亡しました。あの二人は生存しています。ベクターの方はもうすぐフォックスダイナー。はい、そうです。
Kind of wish Solidus was utilized a little bit more in MGS2. He's only in MGS2 for like one battle, and then you don't see him until the end of the game. Alright, let's see our results. Did we get the perfect run? Yeah, we did. Woo! Got it. Alright, so in order to get this Fox rank and get the trophy, you need to not have any continues. You need 0, which we did. You need to have 4 or less alerts, which we did. That's 4. It's mandatory too, so you really can't have more than 4. You also need to have less than 25 enemies killed. I think we got the bare minimum there. In order to get the minimum, you need to avoid killing the soldiers when you're fighting with Meryl in the first encounter with her. So kill the first 3 and then let her take care of the rest. Otherwise, you'll end up with around like 31 kills, and that will screw up everything for you. So that is the first major knowledge check of the game if you're planning on getting this ranking and this trophy. And then you're allowed 1 ration, I think, but we managed to complete everything without using any rations, and you can use any of the special items after completing the game. So you can use the stealth item or the bandana item. Doesn't really matter. The game doesn't take that into account. And also make sure you complete the game under 3 hours, which we did. 2 hours and 26 minutes. Not the fastest time ever, but we have... We'll throw on the save there. Okay, so all that's left for us to get this platinum is to go over to the VR missions. I don't know which one we should be playing. Maybe the European version. I think they fixed the trophy, so you can use the American version or the North American version to get the trophies. I'm going to skip through that real quickly so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so VR training. This is its own separate game, but it's a series of trial missions. There are a ton of them. 15 here, probably another 15 there, and also another 15 with the SOCOM, and weapon mode, using the SOCOM, C4, FAMAS, grenades, claymores, Nikitas, PSG-1, Stinger. You kind of get the idea. And so you have to do 300 of these in order to get the final trophy and then get the platinum. We'll be doing that in a separate session, so stay tuned for that. For now, we're going to end this. If you guys are currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think. Share the video out wherever you guys can, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Man, this trophy took like 5 hours to complete, considering we messed up the first time around. And if you guys want to see that session, feel free to head over to our playlist and check out our previous play sessions. We also have a full playthrough with all of the cutscenes for the English version and the Japanese version. Check those out if you have the time, or head on over to our channel to check out some of the other games that we play. If you guys are currently on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information, or hit up the hashtag LunarlightVault. If you'd like to support the channel financially, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The link's down in the description, but if you guys don't have a tip or a tip jar, don't worry about it. Please continue viewing our videos, making sure you guys like the video, and also subscribe. Follow us over at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and also hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. That is going to conclude our Fox Codename run of this game. Fun stuff, especially if you know what you're doing. But if you don't, well, follow this guide. You'll know everything there is to know about getting the Fox Codename. So, hope you guys have fun with this, and happy hunting. For now, take care, and we'll see you guys again in the next session.